jumping on here, I want to talk just a little bit about metabolic health. Those of y'all that are coming in here, I've not had a chance to really get on here and play. This is kind of my first time ever doing this one. So the thing I want to talk about today is something that is so very important. And you probably, if you've ever been on my TikTok lives, this is my first time doing Facebook, or no, I'm on YouTube. It's all confused. But one of the things I talk about all the time is meal sequencing. Now, you may not be familiar with meal sequencing, so let me put this out there to you. Back in just over a year ago, UCLA put out this study that eating in a certain order helps you to control your blood glucose levels. Now, what is that level? What does that mean? Well, the Ohio State did a similar one. Eat veggies and proteins first and carbs last through meal sequencing. And that coincides with what the CDC said, that fiber is the carb that helps you manage your diabetes. So in the end, the way that we want to eat is this: fiber, proteins, and fats, and we leave carbs for the end of the meal. Now, if we can remember that, and it might be kind of hard, so I kind of put that in your head: fiber, proteins, fats, fiber, proteins, fats, fiber, proteins, fats. We focus on that, and that's going to help control those blood glucose levels. Every time we eat simple carbohydrates and we eat those first in the mouth, that's converted to glucose. Your blood sugar spikes and your insulin increases. When that's happening, all right, your body is fighting with itself. In essence, you're giving it a 1-2 punch. It's to your pancreas: blood sugar, insulin, blood sugar, insulin, blood sugar, insulin. So we want to control that. And when we start to control that, that's going to change things. Now, the other part of that is getting enough fiber. That's probably the hard thing to do. We're talking about 8 cups of broccoli. Now, I don't know about you. I like broccoli. I don't know that I want that much broccoli. All that considered, one of the things that I do is with the Feel Great system. And what we have is balance. This is a 7 blend of soluble and insoluble fibers. This makes sure every single time that I eat my meals, I start with fiber. And so this fiber right here helps to change the profile of the food. It coats it with a fiber that's gelatinous almost, that's going to coat and soothe and help heal. All right, that 7 blend of soluble, insoluble fibers has been studied at the Cleveland Clinic. It's been studied at the University of Sydney. And in those researches, we found that it works similar to statin medications in lowering LDL levels and triglycerides. It also has shown to lower blood sugar levels and those postprandial glucose spikes that we often have when we have been eating foods very similar to metformin. So I want to encourage you, as you think about your meals and the order that you eat today and every day: fiber, proteins, fats, fiber, proteins, fats. And if you're like me, you'll probably find that this is a great way to make sure that you get enough fiber. Thanks so much for coming in and being a part of today's live.